Player coming at you with my first chaotic video. Real video for anyone who doesn't fully understand the rules of chaotic. So these are a bunch of my cards. Fire, Water, Wisdom. Again, Outperform, Power 5, and Initiative Fire. So you're probably gonna go for these brain once again. My favorite pull today. Elements. This is up YouTube. Speed Player here, coming at you with another match on Trade Cards Online. What is up YouTube? Speed Player here, and what I have is 288 packs of Secrets of Velocity Alliances Unraveled.
What is up YouTube? Speed Player here, coming at you with another online chaotic match. So how's it going, guys? I know it's been a long time. I hope everybody is staying safe and staying at home during this lockdown we are experiencing. So what you're seeing here is a match that I did on Untap, which is the site that's being used to play chaotic online now, since Trade Cards Online has shut down as of a little while ago. So what's going on here is I'm using just a deck I made online. I don't physically have all these cards if everybody's wondering. It's my Underworld deck versus or my mixed deck rather, versus an Underworld deck. So the deck I'm running is double Ilks with Mepedian Foldright, Garv to flip them down, Akalbi to control Ilks' Recklessness. I've got Lifestyle with the Stormbird statues to use her combo with that, and I've got Zapper in the back with a Challer to get rid of opponent's battle gear and give Ilks that additional air damage. Right now, we're in Stone Pillar. Lifestyle in the front is going at his Tachyon the Shadow Knight because Agitosis' ability in the back was activated, forcing me to attack Tachyon. So right now we're just exchanging some attacks. You can see the damage in the chat on the side. I'm not sure if I posted on recording this audio, if I decided to put in annotations tracking damage and energy, but you can see those little comments there. His deck is mostly power and air. Mine is as well. So we're just exchanging some good air attacks back and forth. He tries to use the strengthening bond there to destroy my gear. He's already tried to burn Akalbi. I had to use the music I could cast due to the location ability to give Akalbi more energy, because I'm trying to keep him around, because everybody tries to burn him when they play this deck. I use the Melody Mirage to both prevent the damage and stop my battle gear from being destroyed, because that's the attack ability. One thing I really like about Untap that I should point out is along the left side there's the no response button and the alert response button. So instead of having to type in the chat no response, or frankly type wait, I'm going to do something, you can just click those buttons quickly and it gets a message across. So right now what's going on here, he's playing the Discord for free thanks to my location to destroy my Ilks' battle gear on the right. Also going through the process of burning out my Akalbi because he's also got Olmar Parathon Racer. Right now my Akalbi has an Olmar's Projector just because that's what I chose. I'm probably going to have to change that to a Mind Probe or a Challer or a Witness Energy Vessel, just because I've used this deck 2 times, played a burn deck both times. Both times Akalbi gets KO right away, which makes it a bit harder to use Ilks. So that's just something to think of. But nonetheless, Lysta defeats Tachyon at Stone Pillar, so that's good for now. I used the Strain of Ash earlier to get rid of his Lysta's battle gear, his location. I make sure to sacrifice Zapper to get rid of Flying Blue's battle gear, because I suspect it's going to be a Brithian Axe or a Zerion Armor or something. Brithian Axe, so right away I don't lose that energy, because I would have lost energy from Intimidate, as well as energy from Olmar. He brings back his Improvisational Melody. Maybe shouldn't have seen that, not a big deal. I'm going to choose to bring back my Carnivore's Keening. Just a quick summary for my deck, the way it works. You engage, obviously fight with Ilks and Lysta. Once Ilks wins combat, if he wins, use Guards to flip the Fulgurite face down so it doesn't get destroyed. Lysta's just there for her symmetry with Ilks Air 10, Outperform 10 with the Stormbird. She's going to get that all the time. The Ilkses, if you need, can cast Discords. I'm not big on a lot of counters in this deck, so that's why I run the Stone Pillar. Fall Torch, great attack in this deck. Got the Song of Desperation and Carnivore's Keening. A fun combo, which I didn't get to do in this, is if you're able to or if you choose to cast Carnivore's Keening on Lysta when she's engaged and you still have a Colby, then Lysta will just gain 30 energy. The recklessness is covered, no ill effects. Right now, Von Blut and Lysta are going back and forth. He's got his Agitos, so I lose a lot of power. I had to use my Carnivore's Keening again. If you're watching, I'm having to use my Song of Desperation to keep Lysta alive, because I know if Lysta dies, then my chances of winning go way, way down. Von Blut has a lot of power, so it's not going to be an easy fight, as you're seeing. I'm just playing the flying advantage there. He's got a lot of Miji coming at me. I think I had Von Blut down really low. Again, guys, sorry to keep track of the energy. So that flying advantage did kill him, but he played the good old Song of Revival to bring back Takinam, puts him right in the back. I'm going to have to deal with that later. Moves his Lysa front center on my board. So another location I just threw in here. Again, I don't have these cards just online. And during this time, we're playing matches, you're making decks, just feel free to make whatever kind of deck you want. So I put in Sarcasm the Blight. That's a location I've seen used in this deck when I faced this deck, being my deck, just to prevent healing. Mirage can be a bit annoying too. So what I decided to do, I don't want to risk losing Lysta like in a dumb manner, so I thought I'll just use this Ilks I have here. I still have Garv, so if I win, which shouldn't be too hard, having Air 20, I can just flip the Fall Right down for later. We got the Next Door's attack in there. It's basically squeeze play without the base damage. I was running low on attacks to use in this deck, so I threw a Hampering Winds in there. I might have to take that out just because it's not great attack overall, considering nobody really uses it. Plays a Tornado Tackle. I have to reshuffle. There's a faster way for me to reshuffle instead of individually placing my cards back in as I do here. I figured that out later in the match, thanks to my helpful opponent there, One Henda. Shout out to One Henda for a really fun match. Been having a lot of free time, so been playing quite a few matches lately. The Hampering Winds does 30. Unfortunately, Lysta's speed wasn't low enough. Again, it's not a great attack. I think I have 1 or 2 Eroding Blasts in here. I forget, but they're not using Earth attacks in my opponent's deck, so it doesn't really matter. It's just air damage. 35 with that one. That's enough to defeat Lysta. Flip my Fulgurite down. I move my other Ilks up. Move Garv up. And then it's a bit tricky where to put the Mirage, but really it always comes down to wherever you put it, your opponent's just not going to attack that spot. So, I decide, okay, if he's going to attack the unequipped Ilks, I can lose 20 energy for it. Maybe I can draw a quick win. He decides to take Takiam into my Ilks that has his Fulgurite still in Castle Wrathwhack. It's his attack, so Agitos' ability kicks in, so Ilks loses power and courage, meaning Ilks will deal less damage with attacks. So not looking good right away. I'm not going to be able to do anything with that Flash Warp. I can't cast any more Discords. So I'm just going to have to play this out, empty my hand. He uses Omar's Burn. So from 70 initially, I'm already down to 30. Using little notes there to keep track of things. And in this battle, I'm just trying to clear my hand, build up for when Lysta. At this point, I realize Lysta's the only way I'm going to win this battle, or this match rather. But the next door is I've got Hammer Dash. I'm not going to waste Hammer Dash because it's a really good attack with Lysta. She should get plus 20 damage on that attack. So just play next doors. I have 2 Lightning Bursts in this deck. That's going to be a really important attack later on, just because I have these power challenges. He's using a bunch of power attacks. So when fighting Takiam, it's going to be really helpful to get her power down because we're just using everybody's average stats. Takiam has 90 power, Lysta has 80, so 1 Lightning Burst, then I'll have enough to win a power challenge. Okay, so as we can see, the location is Underworld City. I've got to make a quick decision whether to take Lysta into Ulmar, because Ulmar is quite a pain in my side at this point. Or I take advantage of Underworld City, my getting first attack, and my having a Lightning Burst in my hand right there to be able to deal some quick damage to Takinam while also getting her power down, allowing me to win power challenges right away, taking advantage of Underworld City's ability, which is going to do a plus 15 because there's a location effect and Lysa's ability. So I decided to do that. Again, as I just said, using the Lightning Burst, just dealing 20 damage right away. Could have been more, but getting her power down so that Prowl Strike loses all those challenges. I'm now going to get plus 15 on any one of my attacks. If it's an air attack, I get an additional plus 10, which is why this second Lightning Burst does 35 damage, getting her power down even lower. Because at this point, obviously, I'm mostly only worried about Takinon. Plays an Air Assault to get some damage in me. And this Clash Jet does 35, so enough to kill her. Alright, so at this point I'm feeling pretty confident. We're 3 creatures each. I have 2 fighters, he just has 4 creatures. Move Garv back, move Ilks up. Opponent's turn. So he gets the pits. He chooses not to attack here, just moves the Agitos and the Popond. My turn, so this is a crucial point that obviously doesn't hurt me in the end, but it's a silly mistake I made here. So I'm just going to take my Ilks into Agitos just to get Agitos out of the way, because Agitos, like Almar, is extremely annoying in this match. 70 energy to 30, I have Air 5 and Recklessness 5, so obviously I'm not worried about winning the battle, because I don't think he's anything he can pull out to beat Ilks in this situation. Plays Power Pulse, I have air attacks there, so right away obviously it's going to be enough to code Agitos 20 damage with that Eroding Blast. I can kill him with any one of these attacks in my hand, which I do. Now, one thing you didn't see me do while we're in Stone Pillar, which I could have done, is cast one of my Discord of Disarmings for free to destroy Almar's Mystery Battle Gear. That's going to be important in a minute. Also, I should have moved Garv one spot over just so Kopon can't attack him, because there's no reason to let Garv fight Kopon. So of course my opponent wisely takes advantage of this just to get Garv out of the way, because why not? We're in Castle Wrathwhack, so Kopon should win this. Garv doesn't have high power at all, and he doesn't have air, so all of my attacks are essentially useless. So we just go through the quick process of Garv getting killed, even though he does have decent energy, so it's going to take a little while. The fact that Castle Wrathwhack reduces my attacks by 5 just exacerbates this problem. I don't think there was any real amount of damage I could have done to get Kopon either. Get an Air Assault, have to dump that for 0. Plays a Dry Liquid, and that was enough to kill Garth, thankfully. So again, at this point, I'm still really not panicking. I'm guessing Almar had a Phoenix Belt at this point. Again, I wasn't too worried. I have Lysa, I have Ilks. He moves Almar into that spot. I'm not going to waste a whole turn moving around to just attack with Ilks. I decide to get it over with and attack with Lysa. We're in the Storm Tunnel, so at this point I have Air 15, Outperform Power 10, so that Vault Torch that I already had in my hand is going to do plus 25 damage. He has a Gigantroper. Again, at this point I'm not worried, because even though he's going to deal me 10 damage right off the bat with his Expend, I still have 50 energy. I go first. I'm going to take him down 45. However, as I said before, if I had used the Discord of Disarming to get rid of his Gigantroper, then the Ball Torch I'm going to play right here would have killed him right away, and then this wouldn't have been a problem. But as you'll see in a second, I play it, everything's fine. Plays Marksman's Preparation, 30 damage, should have been 35 actually. I'm not dead yet, except if you'll remember earlier, he used Castle Bodrin to bring back his Improvisational Melody. So while I try to get off this Clash Jet, I probably should have waited to see if he wanted to do something. He could have played it before I drew the Clash Jet. He plays Improvisational Melody with Kopon to deal 20 to Lysta. So I initially thought Clash Jet would have killed Almar too, but somebody who was spectating comments here in a second in the chat that Almar wouldn't die because Lysta's boosts on the attack don't kick in. So the attack still does a bit of damage, but not enough to kill Almar. So at this point, I'm really thinking I messed up. It'd be really silly if I lost this match to an Almar and a Kopond. after having Lysa. I still have Ilks, but I'm not super thrilled about this right now. I'm actually getting kind of worried. Back in my mind, I'm thinking, alright, Ulmar doesn't have higher power than Ilks. Agitos is gone. All of his music is gone. Ulmar doesn't have air. So I shouldn't lose this, but I'm really grinding my teeth right here. Force of Life, he's just moving around his board. Thankfully he moves Copon closer just to ease my mind, so I get Ravenel Ridge. I'm just going to go into Copon right away, get him out of the way in case he somehow gets another Castle Bodrin and brings back Improvisational Melody again, and I have to eat another 20 damage. I also just clear my hand a bit, try to get another Ball Torch in my hand. I get to go first. The location effect lets me rearrange my attacks. My attack deck is almost empty, as you can see there, so it doesn't really matter. You can see I put the second Vault Torch there. Copon only has 30 energy, I have Air 5, so the Hammer Dash and the Obscuring Winds are going to be enough to get him. I have Air Assault there, just play the Hammer Dash. So now it's just down to Ilks and Ulmar with the Gigantroper. I wasn't sure what he would want to do with regards to Showdown and stuff like that. Thankfully he just moves forward. I get my other Ravenel Ridge. I would have preferred another Storm Tunnel, but oh well. I do get to rearrange the 2 attacks that are left, even though my attack deck is empty. Going to be empty in a second, so it doesn't really matter. I've got the Vault Torch, I've got the Air Assault. I'm thinking I should be able to get this done. Only 25 after dealing 45 with Lysta before. And I do have my Recklessness. He still does get his Expend. So Ilks is at 50. 20 with the Air Assault. I take away 5 from my Recklessness. So I think I took away too much here. I should have gone from 45 to 35, not from 40 to 30, which becomes important in a second. I'm incorrectly reshuffling my attack deck using 1 by 1. If you just hover over the piles, you can move things into other piles. With all that, shuffle, get that out of the way. My attack, just decide to play the Flash Jet for 15. So at this point, Ulmar's at 10. I'm at 25. I probably should have been at 30. So I think at this point, his only way to win would have been drawing Marksman's Preparation. So whether I was at 25 or 30 wouldn't have mattered. I can't see his hand right now. He draws an attack card. Thankfully, he only had the 1 Marksman's, not the other one. Nothing you can do. Thankfully, I draw an attack that deals at least 10 damage because the flying advantage and next doors there would not have helped. If I had lost on that, that would have been awful, but I have enough 1 build points that probably that would have been fine. So I thank my opponent for a great match and just showing each other's cards and chatting now. Alright guys, so sorry for the bit of audio lag there. As you can see, the match ends. Thankfully, I did not lose to the Ulmar and Copon after having Lysa and Ilks. Great match, a lot of fun. I'm probably going to be uploading a few more videos depending on how many matches I do. But yeah, once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope everybody stays safe, stays healthy. If you would like to join the community Discord, if you haven't already, the link is in the video annotation in the description below. Link to Untap, I'll link to that as well if you don't already have an account or you don't know what it is. But yeah guys, I'm SpeedPlayerA. Thank you all very much for watching. Have an excellent day.